The system flips niggas like burgers. I promise you. They get in. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Man, they'll get in there and get flipped and smashed and juice squirt out the side. They get tossed on a burger and smashed and ate. It's nothing. And they'll enjoy every minute of their demise.
He is strongly opposed to the plan, tried to settle tensions. But neighbors say programs for youth and elderly residents are at risk if their field house becomes a sanctuary.
Thank you and welcome to my channel, Simply Your World, where we discuss past and present events that will affect you if they haven't already. Now, this message is for the so-called black man in America and the woman in America as well. Letting you know that everything that we do is on full display. And if you haven't noticed, the undertone of the display is pretty much putting you or making a case for other people to come in and take your place. What I mean by that is this. It is known, and it's by statistics, it is known that if black people put all of their resources together, all of their money together, and we use our money the way we get it individually, if we can put it together, we would be the 16th richest nation in the world. Do you not think this makes other nations jealous of our position in America or in the world, period? It's people like the Venezuelans, Honduras, Ecuador, Chile, Dominican Republic, all these different nations that would love to take our place. And when you look at YouTube, there is a case being made for the replacement. Because all we see is the drugs, debauchery of all type. We see the prostitution. We see the fatherlessness, the ratchet modern woman, right? Then we see the division, the Black Lives Matter. Then you got these certain groups that want to talk against women, and you got the women that want to talk against men. Every which way there's a disconnect in our community, right? In our neighborhoods. We don't have communities, we have neighborhoods, right? Other places like out in some of the suburban areas, those are communities. We have neighborhoods that anybody can come in and out of anytime they want to, right? Look around your city, my city, or any other city you go to, prime example of the community. And if we don't build something or create some type of hedge around ourselves, these are the things that we're going to see. Because we're already selling our grandmother's homes. We're already selling our grandfather's homes, our mother's homes, just to move out to maybe another area for a better life, right? But as the years pass and as the census takes shape and shows that there's other people moving into these areas, then you're going to start to see the big trees growing. You're going to see the stone at the end of the block, letting you know you can't. This is Stratford Estates, Spring Hill Valley Court. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's locking you out of the neighborhood that you grew up in. Now, this is going to happen. You may not think it's going to happen, but these are the things that are going to happen to keep you out of the way. Little China, little Haiti, little Mexico, all these places around your city is going to be where you live now, but it's going to be little Venezuela, little Ecuador, little Honduras. You see what I'm saying? Little Colombia. Because we don't value anything. Do you not think these people want to enjoy that 16th richest nation money?
Only bare hands are needed as they dig fearlessly through this mixture of leftovers and other trash. Their job is to look for food waste scattered throughout a pile of garbage. Other leftovers are ignored. The only things they need are chicken bones with bits of meat left over by whoever.
Pinipili ko namin mga laman. Tapos ngayon, may dinadalang kami gan. Yung isang ganito, bayaran ng 140, 150. Mga malalaman.
Rice and vegetables are set apart, ready to be sold as animal feed, such as for pigs. Chicken bones are not a pig's favourite, so they're placed in a different bag. The content of this last bag is the most valuable and the most sought after. The chicken bones with scraps of leftover meat still attached. By the time the sun rises, the sorting is done. Chicken bones with the bits of meat are packed in bags of 10 kilograms each. From the garbage pile, Bird sells the chicken bones to food vendors in this slum. The chicken bones with scraps of meat have reached the third step in this desperate process, the restaurants. The restaurants cook these bones into various dishes, such as adobo and caldereta, local dishes popular among Filipinos.
From coming from drinking dirty water, sharing clothes, having to grow their own, which is not a problem, growing your own food, but they don't want to. If they can help it, they would rather just enjoy the trappings of the good life, which we abuse. Hands down, we abuse it over and over, from the food stamps to any other program we get our hands on. It is abused. When it comes to the schooling, when it comes to our school system, it's supposed to be the same as everywhere else, but we don't stand on nothing. We don't go to PTA meetings. We don't do all those things to make sure that these things are upheld and acquired mentally, physically, emotionally, and applied through the entire system of whether it's school, whether it's the food, whatever it is. We don't take the time to do it, but yet we want to act as little pieces of metal and locking on to everybody else's system, but not trying to create our own system. And that's the problem that I see is happening now. So you really can't blame, even though I'm not trying to make a case for the Venezuelans, the Honduras people, the migrants that's coming across, the border at all. That's not the case that I'm making. But I am looking at both sides of the argument, though. I can see why our people would be mad. But do you have a leg to stand on to really be mad? Since over the last 50, 60 years, 40 years, however long you want, at least long as I've been born, we have not valued anything from our streets to our roads to our houses to our families. You see what I'm saying? And then allow the bullshit to come into your home through the TV, warp your children, and now you see a whole bunch of grown-ups that are trying to play down to the kids versus being a parent. You see what I'm saying? So now when you get people moving into your recreation centers, moving into your old gyms, buying all the houses in your neighborhood, and now you're going to have 5, 6 families living right next door to you. You don't know where they come from. You don't know none of this. Blame yourself. The person who sold the house, the people who didn't care over time, the people that moved out of the neighborhood, right? And the people who decided to take their opportunities and move them out of the area. You know what I mean? Now you got other people moving in, and now everybody want to be upset. I don't understand how this happens. I don't understand what's going on, because we should have been building a nest egg for ourselves. I forgot the passage in the Bible, but I believe it was the parable of the I think it was like of the oil or something like that, where he told him to gather oil to light his path when he come back, and then some people took their time to gather the oil, and then some people didn't take their time to gather the oil. So then when he heard it was time to come back, the people who didn't take their time to gather the oil is now begging the people that did take the time to gather the oil for some to help light the path. They're like, no, you got to get your own. But this oil takes time, and he's on his way. So what are you going to do? You had time, black man, black woman. The world was taking their time to gather their oil. Now we want to be upset at other people that's lighting the path. It's really, and I'm pissed off at the other people, the other side of the people that voted for Biden when Donald Trump was telling you this was going to happen. Said it over and over. But just like the idiot that you are, I gotta say it. Anybody that voted for Joe Biden, when you seen the debauchery, you knew what was happening. Trump told you what was happening, and you still decided to swing this way. You're the reason why this shit is happening. Blame yourself. Blame yourself, because now shit that got set back for another 50 years, 60 years, at least for us. There's other people coming into the country see this shit as an opportunity, which, I mean, rightfully so, right? So my question for y'all is this. Do we really have a reason to be mad? Can we be mad? We didn't take our time to gather our oil. Now the path needs to be lit. Everybody had the same opportunities to gather the oil. You know, we make a lot of money because, like I said, 16th richest nation. We know about the BS doesn't happen to us. Like I said, racism, white supremacy, and any other thing. Everything fits under those two categories, really. But if you want to name something else, go ahead. But yet and still, the 16th richest nation in the world. Yet and still. This is the 15th richest nation. This is the 17th richest nation. This is the first richest nation. Do you see where we will be sitting? We will be able to do much more if we pooled our resources, put the correct people in office, and that they cannot be flipped like burgers, because the system flips niggas like burgers. I promise you. They get in, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Man, they'll get in there and get flipped and smashed and juice squirt out the side. They get tossed on a burger and smashed and ate. It's nothing. And they'll enjoy every minute of their demise. As long as that money right and their kid can live out there in that nice house, that's all they care about. But I'm not going to get too far off subject. If you like this video, if you watched it this far, please hit a like, subscribe button. And hit the like and subscribe button. That'll really help me out. But until then, y'all have a nice night, nice day.